Welcome back to my channel Ankura Education. Today let us continue with the examples of time and work. I forgot to discuss about this model in my previous session, so I would like to discuss it now. So let's get started. The first example comes here is A and B can do a piece of work in 30 days while B and C can do the same work in 24 days and C and A in 20 days. This is more similar to the problems we have discussed in our earlier sessions, but the problem comes here. They all work together for 10 days when B and C leave. That means they work together only for 10 days. After 10 days only A alone will do the remaining work. So how many days more A will take to finish the work? That was the question asked. So in how many days A will complete the remaining work? That is the question. So let's start doing the question now. So we always use the LCM method, that is more convenient for me. So let's get started. So A plus B will do the work in 30 days and B plus C will do the work in 24 days. Similarly, C plus A can do the work in 20 days. So take out the LCM for 3, then it would be 120. So again, to find the 1 day's work, we have to divide this with 30, 24 and 20. So we will get 4, 5 and 6 respectively, because 34 is a 120, 24 5 is a 120 and 26 is a 120. That we already discussed in the previous problems, many problems. So first of all, let us add these expressions. Then it could be 2 of A plus B plus C. Then what is the total sum of these things? 4 plus 5 9, 9 plus 6 15. So what we can write, A plus B plus C is nothing but 15 by 2. But we have to find the work done by A plus B plus C in 1 day. So what we have to do, 1 day's work of A plus B plus C is nothing but, what is the total amount of work done by them? That is 120. So 120 into 2 by 15. We have to simply invert this ratio to find out the work. So 1 day's work. So what is the answer? 15 ones are 15 eights are. So it is nothing but 16. So this is the work done by A plus B plus C. So in order to find the 1 day's work, we have to invert it. So it is nothing but 1 by 16. So what is the 10 days work then? 1 day's work is nothing but 1 by 16. So 10 days work of A plus B becomes what? 10 into 1 by 16. So 2 5s are 2 8s are, that is nothing but 5 by 8. This much amount of work is done by A, B and C together. After 10 days they left, B and C left. So the remaining work, what is the remaining work? We have to find. So to find the remaining work, we have to subtract this fraction from 1. 1 minus 5 by 8. So then it would be 3 by 8. This much amount of work is done by A alone. So in order to find the number of days that A will take to finish the work, we have to first find the A's work. So A's alone work we have to find first. So A's alone work means what? What we can write? We know the A plus B plus C is 1 day's work, and we also know the B plus C is 1 day's work. So if we subtract these two, then we will get the A's alone work. So B, C will get cancelled, no? Then we will get only A's alone work. So what is the A plus B plus C 1 day's work? This is nothing but 1 by 16 minus B plus C's 1 day's work is what? 24, means what we can write? 1 by 24. So if we simplify these two, then we will get 1 by 48. This is the amount of work done by A alone. So in how many days A will complete the remaining work? So what are the number of days taken by A to complete the remaining work is nothing but number of days is equal to, this fraction is the remaining work fraction. So 3 by 8 into, to find the number of days we have to simply invert this, then we will get 48. So 48, so 8 6 are 48, then 3 6 are 18. In 18 number of days, A alone will finish the remaining work. This is how we solve this type of problem. So option number A is the correct one. So I hope you understood this. If you want, I will explain it once again. So A plus B will take 30 number of days. Similarly, B plus C will take 24 days to complete the work. And as well as C plus A to complete the work, they will take 20 days. So first of all, we have to follow the LCM method. That is nothing but we have to find the LCM for 30, 24 and 20. So that could be 120. To find the 1 day's work, we have to divide again this 120 with 30, 24 and 20. So, we will get 4, 5 and 6 respectively. So, as we all know that if we add these things, we will get 2 of a plus b plus c. That is equal to, what is this sum? 15. 15, that is nothing but a plus b plus c is equal to 15 by 2. This is the ratio, fraction that is we got from the work done in 1 day. So, we have to find the work done by a, b and c. So, we have to multiply this 120 with this ratio. So, 120 into 2 by 15, then we will get 16. So, 1 day's work means 1 by 16. This is how we got 1 by 16. Then, in order to find the 10 days work, we have to multiply this ratio with 10 simply. So, 10 into 1 by 16 is nothing but 5 by 8. But after 10 days, B and C left. So, in order to find the remaining work, we have to subtract this total work from the 1. So, 1 minus 5 by 8 is nothing but 3 by. This amount of work is done by A alone. This is the fraction for remaining work. So, first of all, we should find the A's alone work. We don't know the A alone work. So, in order to find that, we have to subtract the B plus C work from the total work done by A, B and C. So, A plus B plus C 1 day's work is nothing but 1 by 16 and B plus C's 1 day's work is nothing but 1 by 24. If we simplify this expression, we will get 1 by 48. So, if we want to find the number of days, we have to simply invert this ratio that we already know. So, that is nothing but 48. So, in order to find the number of days, we should multiply this remaining work fraction, that is 3 by 8 into number of days that A takes to do the total work. So, 48. So, by simplifying this, we will get how many? 80 number of days. In 80 number of days, A would complete the remaining work. That is what we can say. So, option A is the right one. So, for the next example, that is A can do half part of a work in 5 days and B can do 3 by 5 of that work in 9 days and C can do 2/3 of that work in 8 days. So, don't be that means don't think that this problem is very difficult to solve. It is very simple. I will show you how. So, what they asked to find. So, in how many days A, B and C will together complete that work? That was the question asked. First of all, we should remove these fractions. In order to remove the difficulty, we should remove these fractions first. So, what they mentioned, A can do half part of a work in 5 days. So, let us say that work is X say. So, A can do half part of X in 5 days. So, how many days A will take to complete the work? So, simply we have to invert this half. So, that becomes 2. 2 into 5, that is nothing but 10. So, A will take 10 days to complete the work. So, this is very simple. So, first we have to invert the ratio then and multiply with the number of days they have specified. So, we will get the total number of days taken by A to complete the work. So, similarly, B can do 3 by 5 of that work in 9 days. So, we have to invert this 3 by 5 first. So, 5 by 3 into 9. So, what will get 3 3s are 15 days. So, B can do the work in 15 days and similarly 2/3 of that work in 8 days. So, we have to invert this 2/3 first. 3 by 2 into what is that? 8. So, 2 4s are what will get 12 days. So, this is more simple and we know how to do this type of problems. So, now this become very simple. So, don't get confused in these fractions. First of all, we have to invert this and we have to find the total number of days taken by A, B and C alone. Then we have to follow the LCM method as we all know. So, let us get started doing that method. So, first of all, 10, 15 and 12. Let us take out the LCM for 10, 15 and 12. What is that? Then it would be 60. So, again we have to go for the 1 day's work. So, let us write it like this, A, B, C. So, 1 day's work of A is nothing but 6, 4, 5 because 10 6 are 60, 15 4 are 60 and 12 5 are 60. So, this is the 1 day's work of A, B and C respectively. So, this is the total work. So, we have to add these things for 1 day's work. This is a 1 day's work, no? So, we have to add these things. Then we will get 6 plus 4 10, 10 plus 5 15. In 1 day they can make suppose 15 chairs. Total how many chairs they made? 60 chairs. What is that? In 1 day they can make only 15 chairs because A, B and C can do 15 chairs in a day, but they have to do 60 number of chairs in a total. So, what we have to do? We have to simply divide this 60 by 15, then we will get 4 days. In how many days they can complete this work? In 4 days they can complete the work. So, option number B. For the third example now, if 6 men and 8 boys can do a piece of work in 10 days, while 24 men and 48 boys can do the same work in 2 days, the time taken by 15 men and 20 boys in doing the same work is how much? That was the question asked. For this type of questions, there are two methods to solve. One is the analysis method and another is the equation method. First, I would like to explain the analysis method. This is very simple. So, I would try to explain this method first. So, 6 men and 8 boys will do the work in how many days? 10 days. So, what was the question asked? 15 men and 20 boys in doing the same work. What is the time taken by 15 men and 20 boys? So, that was the question asked. Number of days are asked to find. So, what is a number of days are asked to find? So, let us try to find the relationship between the 6 and 15. So, 6 2s are 12, 6 half is nothing but 3. So, 12 plus 3 is nothing but 15. So, there is a relationship between 6 and 15, that is 15 is 2.5 times more than 6. Similarly, there is a relationship between 8 and 20 also. So, let us try to find that. So, 8 2s are 16, 8 halves are 4. So, 16 plus 4, 20. So, here is it is also 2.5. So, the input is 2.5 times, output is 2.5 times more than the input. So, 20 is also 2.5 times more than 8. Similarly, what could be the output? It is also 2.5 times more than 10. So, simply we have to divide this 10 with 2.5. So, what is that? 10 by 2.5 say. So, it could be 4 days. So, option A is the right thing. This is very simple, but sometimes we may find difficulty in finding this relation. So, for this question it is very simple to find, but sometimes it is very difficult to find. So, for that sake I would like to explain the equation method also. If you want, you can do it in any of the way. We will get the same answer. So, let us start doing the equation method. So, first of all, 6 men and 8 boys can do a work in 10 days. So, let's try to explain that in a equation way, that is 6 men plus 8 boys is equal to 10. And similarly, 24 men plus 48 boys take 2 days to complete work. So, 48 boys is equal to 2. So, boys, let us take this as equation number 1 and equation number 2. By solving these equations 1 and 2, we will get M as 1 by 100 and B as 1 by 200. So, the simplification we already know, that is from childhood we are doing this solving of equations. So, first of all we have to equate any one of the parameter, then we can cancel that parameter. After that we will get one of the parameters. So, if we cancel one thing we will get the other one. So, if we substitute that parameter, then we will get the required parameters. So, by this way we will get the two parameters, that is the man and the boys. So, M is equal to 1 by 100 and B is equal to 1 by 200. So, this is the 1 day's work of man and boy. So, then what they have asked to find? 15 men and 20 boys will do the work in how many days? So, 15 m plus 20 b is equal to how much? Let us substitute this m value. So, 15 into 1 by 100 plus 20 into 1 by 200. So, then what will get? 15, 5 3s are 5 20s are. So, what will get? 2 10s are. So, by this we will get 1 by 4. So, if we invert this we will get the number of days. So, in 4 days they can do the work. So, this is very simple. So, first of all, for this type of questions equation method is more suitable, because sometimes we cannot find the relationship between the input and output. So, go for the equation method. This is very simple and easy to remember also. So, I tried to explain both the methods. If you want, you can follow any one of the method you want, which is easier for you, you can follow that. So, that's it. Check out the fourth example, that is 3 men, 4 women and 6 children can complete a work in 7 days. A woman does double the work a man does and a child does half the work a man does. How many women alone can complete this work in 7 days? This is the question asked. For this type of questions, first of all we should find the relationship between the men, women and children. So, they are 3 should be in one of the terminologies, either men in women or men in child. That is how we have to find the relationship. That means all the 3 should be interrelated with only one thing. So, let us try to explain this in terms of women. So, a woman does double the work a man does. So, what is the work of a man? So, let us what is that? Let us assume that 1 day work of woman is nothing but X. 1 day work of woman is nothing but X. This is our assumption. Then 1 day's work of a man becomes what? A woman does double the work of a man. So a man can do half the work of a woman. So X by 2. Similarly, 1 day work of a child is nothing but a child does half the work a man does. So a child can do half of the work a man can do. So X by 2 by 2, that is nothing but X by 4. These are the relationship we got between the man, woman and the child. Then these three can do the work in 7 days. So let's add these three expressions. So X plus X by 2 plus X by 4 is equal to 1 by 7. This is the 1 day work of man, woman and child. So if we solve this, we will get 28X by 4 is equal to 1 by 7. From there we can write X is equal to 1 by 49. So X is what? X is the 1 day's work of woman. So in 1 day woman can do 1 by 49 amount of work. So one woman can do 49 days. So one woman will take 49 days to complete the work. So what is the question? How many women alone can complete this work in 7 days? So what are the number of women so that they will complete this in 7 days. So in 7 days how many women are required? That is the question. So for that we have to simply divide this 49 divided by 7. Then what is that? 7. 7 women can complete this work in 7 days. This is how we find the answer. So first of all, for this type of questions we have to find the interconnection between the man, woman and the child. There ends the problem. After that the problem becomes very simple to solve. So option A is the correct answer. One of the simplest example. So let's try to do this. So 10 women can complete a work in 7 days and 10 children take 14 days to complete the same amount of work. How many days will 5 women and 10 children take to complete the work? So for this type of question, first of all we should find the 1 day's work of a woman and child. Then we have to find the number of what is the question asked. So 5 women and 10 children here in this question. So we have to substitute that 1 woman work in into 5 and 1 day's work of a children into 10. Then we will get the answer. So required answer. So what is that? 10 women take 7 days to complete the work. So 1 day's work of women is what? 70. So 1 day's work means 1 by 70. So 10 children will take 14 days. So how much? 140. So 1 day's work means 1 by 140. Total work is 140. So 1 day's work is 1 by 140. Then what they asked to find? 5 women plus 10 children. So simply substitute this 1 day's woman work. So 5 into 1 by 70 plus 10 into 1 by 140. If we simplify these things, then we will get 1 by 14 plus 1 by 14, because 0 gets cancelled and 5 14s are. So we will get like this. So that is nothing but 2 by 28. So that is nothing but 1 by 2 by 14 this is. So 1 by 7. So this is the number of days they take to complete the work. So we have to simply invert it. So 1 by 7 means 7 days. In 7 days 5 women and 10 children will complete the remaining work. That is the total work completed in 7 days. This is how we solve this problem. This is very simple model. Here comes the sixth example, that is 5 men and 2 boys working together can do 4 times as much work as a man and a boy. So working capacities of man and boy are in the ratio of dash. That is the question asked. So for this type of question we have to find the relationship from the given statement. So 5 men plus 2 boys working together, that means plus, can do how much? 4 times as much work as a man and a boy. So 4 of m plus b. So simply solve this equation. So 4m plus 4b. Then what will get? 5m plus 2b is equal to 4m plus 4b. If we take out this 4m to this side and 2b to that side, then we will get m is equal to 2b. So the working capacities, that is m by b, working capacities of man and boy are in the ratio of 2 by 1. This is very simple. So B is the right answer. So for this type of questions we have to understand the question and we have to draw the relationship between the given statements. So that is what there ends the question, and we can find the working capacities by solving the relationship. So This is a very simple, but this is asked in several competitive exams. Most frequently asked questions. This is one of the most frequently asked questions in many competitive exams. Example of our session, that is, if 12 men and 16 boys can do a piece of work in 5 days, 13 men and 24 boys can do it in 4 days, then find the ratio of the daily work done by man to the boy. That is the question asked. For this type of questions, we have to find the equations first. So let us try to assume the 1 day's work of man as x, 1 day's work of man as x, and 1 day's work of boy as y. Then we can write the we can write the expression for the given statement. So 12x plus 12 men means 12x plus 16 boys means 16y can do a piece of work in 5 days. So 12x plus 16y is equal to 5. Similarly, 13x plus 24y is equal to 4 days from the given statements. So let us take this as equation number 1 and this as equation number 2. This is 1 day's work, so we have to write 1 by 5 and 1 by 4 respectively. So here we should not get confused. So this is very important. If we write 5 here, then the total relationship changes and the values for x and y also changes, and the entire answer will get disturbed. So first we have to write 1 by 5 for this 5 days work. So we have to take the 1 day's work of A and B, that is men and the boys. So that is 1 by 5, and for this we have to write 13x plus 24y is equal to 1 by 4. If we solve these two equations, we will get x is equal to 1 by 100 and y is equal to 1 by 200. So these are the number of days taken by man, and this is the number of days taken by, what is that, boy. So they asked to find the work done by man and boy. So x is to y we have to find. So 1 by 200 is to 1 by 100 is to 1 by 200. So from this we get 2 is to 1. These are the working capacities of man and the boy. So 2 is to 1 is the right answer. So this is very simple. So if we write the expression, what is the equation from the given statement, then there ends the problem. But writing the equation is very important. We should not get confused in writing this equation, that is 1 by 5 and 1 by 4. This is the main thing we have to remember. So thank you for watching my video. If you like my video, please do like, share and subscribe to my channel. So for any doubts and queries, you can comment in my comment box. Thank you. So by this, I will end up this time and work problems. In my next session, I would like to continue with another topic in aptitude. So please try to support my channel, and thank you for watching my videos. Thank you.